Wow.
But BMW can also stand for who I am, a businesswoman, a mother, and a wife. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about who I am using those three titles. But I'm going to start with the W and work my way to the B in the order that they actually occurred. The W stands for wife. I became a wife on August 19th in the year of 2000. You see, it all started 1 year prior in 1999. I had just returned from an international flight as a United Airlines flight attendant. And I was going through my mail, and I came across a postcard advertising a tent sale at the Tampa Stadium parking lot. So I decided to go. When I arrived, I was greeted by a salesman by the name of Jeff. He in turn introduced me to Victor. Victor was the new car manager at Stadium Toyota down the street. We talked a little bit about cars for a moment, but the conversation quickly turned personal, and we began talking about our hobbies, interests, and our families. I found out that Victor and I were both natives of Tampa, that we only lived 5 minutes away from each other, and that we both loved jazz music. I also noticed how cute he was in his straw cowboy hat. He shared with me that he was a single dad of 2 girls, Anita, who turned 11 the day we met, and Jordan, who turned 4 2 days later. We talked a little bit more, and by the end of our conversation, we had exchanged personal information. We started dating, and 3 months later, he popped the question and put a ring on it.
Wow.
And we were married August 19th in the year of 2000, less than a year later. That brings me to the W. That brings me to the M. M stands for mother. I became a mother on November the 14th, 2001. Victor and I were very excited when we found out that we were expecting 6 months after we were married. The pregnancy went well, but I had to stay off my feet, and I could not fly during that time. So that's what I did. So early one September morning, while I was watching the news, Katie Couric announced that an airplane had crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center. I was shocked, and I thought, what a horrible accident. But a few minutes later, she said another airplane had crashed into the other tower at the World Trade Center. My heart sank, and my first thought was, please don't let it be my airline, United Airlines. And lo and behold, my suspicions were confirmed when I found out that 2 of the 4 airplanes that went down that day were my airline, United Airlines. So 2 months later, I celebrated my 35th birthday, and I was admitted to the hospital with pregnancy complications. And lo and behold, the very next day, I gave birth to my daughter Taylor, Victoria Young. Now that brings me to the B, businesswoman. I became a businesswoman on September the 22nd, 2002. You see, after I gave birth, I took a leave from flying for a while, and I wanted to pursue a new career. So I searched the internet and came across etiquette certification program. And I thought that would be perfect, especially after all of the rude passengers I had encountered on my travels. So that's what I did. I became a certified etiquette instructor and the founder and director of Tampa Etiquette Academy. So I've taught more than 3,000 students to date, and my family has enjoyed tons of etiquette training. Now if I can get my dog, a 1-year-old golden doodle, to stop humping his pillow and tinkling on the toes of our invited guests at our home, I'll be doing just fine. So in summary, BMW means several different things. Bavarian Motor Works, Black Man Working, and it represents who I am. Tia Young, a businesswoman, a mother, and a wife, which means I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never let my husband forget he's a man.